and I'm hoping to pull out a fairly big one today.
Now's the chance for the Tigers. McNally. Lucci Nobile. Tremendous sandwich tackle between two players, Seaton and Duncan. Brigginshaw. Bogle. Kelly. Cut down by Camburis. Inside the quarter from Ashe. Back to McNally. There's the bomb. I think Payne might have been offside. Let's wait for the referee. No play on. It's Ashe. It's a try. He goes straight over next to the posts.
Well, Peter, they're all offside. It wasn't Payne. It was about 4 of them. And I can't believe that Harry Dearness is awarded a try there because Shane McNally was well behind the ruck. Let's have a look at it on replay here. Have a look at this. Look how far McNally's behind. Now, they're all offside. They must stay at least 5 metres away from Colin Scott. Now, there's no way in the world that they're onside. There goes the ball on the deck. Ashe picks it up. He goes across for what will be a 5-pointer, but gee whiz, no marks there for Harry Dearness.
So Shane McNally, who's scored 95 points this season, going for his first conversion attempt. Yes, he raises the flags, and it's 5-0. You sometimes feel sorry for referees with television, but on that occasion I agree with you, Dave. I can't really understand how Harry Dearness missed that offside, but still the points are on the board. Play the whistle, and Wynnum-Manly didn't. I think a lot of them might have felt that the players were offside, and Morris has stolen the ball. Wynnum-Manly can't take a trick. That boot of Shane McNally very handy, not only with kicking for goal. He's kicked about 40 goals this season, but also in his line kicking, and there's a great run from Lucci Nobile. So once again, the pressure is all on the Seagulls. Ashe. Sarah. Oh, and he's thrown it up off the ground, but play on. This is Bogle. He's stepped a couple, and desperate defence keeps him out. Ashe at the dummy half. Brigginshaw. Straight into the arms of Colin Scott. Sarah, he's very strong, close to the line. He's over the line, but he's lost it. So, play on. Wynnum-Manly's ball. Bullock. It was so close. And Wynnum haven't been subjected to this sort of pressure in my memory at Lang Park this season, early in the game.
Wynnum-Manly have always got away to a good start, Peter, and they've capitalised on that good start. He's throwing everything at them there, and a couple of players going close. I thought that when Bogle went, he would have been better served to get the ball out wide. Here's Wynnum-Manly.
Oh, lovely pass from Morris. He's put French away. On the inside is the support Scott. That's Butler. Thomas has gathered him in. But again, the great counter-attack from Wynnum-Manly. A quick play of the ball, and they still could score. They've got a line. That's Green. On the burst is Miles. Back to Canberra.
Was about to pick the ball up. Saunders was standing right beside him.
Brigginshaw. Long pass to Bogle. He's just an elusive little fellow. Canberra's just nailed him. Sarah. He's the man who's the winning try for Holborn in the first clash between these two sides, Zach Sarah. This is Arnold, got his arms free. He's found support in Ashe. Inside the quarter line. Now's the chance. Brigginshaw. Bogle. Heugh. Cavill Hugh's broken a weak tackle. He's going for the corner, his arms pinioned to his sides. A great try-saving tackle by Terry Butler. And that'll be the scrum. We should perhaps go back and see that again. I thought that was magnificent defence by Wynnum-Manly.
Great bust initially by Cavill Heugh, and he looked like he was going to score the try, and a last-ditch tackle there by Wynnum-Manly saved the day. But he's making plenty of breaks up the middle of the ruck, just straight through the line. And there's a great effort there by Butler to knock the ball down. Certainly a knock-on from East.
East have won the scrum, back live again, and Rowan Brennan in possession. East really putting pressure on the Seagulls. Bogle out to Brigginshaw. That's Kelly. Kelly making the half break. That's touched the hands of Gene Miles. Knock on. Advantage rule if East can get it. They have. From Brigginshaw to Mark Payne. Caught by Menz. Zach Sarah going on his own. Look at that tackle from Duncan. Even though he's got a head wound. Here's Zach Sarah, and it's a penalty. Penalty to Wynnum-Manly. And Duncan having a bit of a set to with Zach Sarah, who's been very fiery in this game. It's a caution for him.
Zara being penalised there for not so much playing the ball forward, but not doing it correctly. He must release the ball once he taps it, and it must clear the ruck. And certainly with a marker there, the ball didn't clear the ruck. and therefore the penalty arose.
Another ex-Townsville player, Zach Sarah, no doubt settling some old scores with all these Townsville players in the Wynnum-Manly side. On the quarter line, Seaton. Tank Duncan is getting treatment for that head wound behind the play. Bullock. Back to Green. Saunders. Morris. Clever pass from Morris.
Yeah.
And there's a bust to Colin Scott. He might have the pace. He's gone away from Kelly, but gathered in by Mark Payne. Can't get the pass back to the player behind him, Harry Minns, who was no doubt calling for it. But here's the chance still inside the quarter line. Out to Camburus. Now out to Moy.
Good recovery from East there. They got back well after that big break from Wynnum.
Still the chance with Green on the quarter line. Miles at the dummy half. Morris. Seaton. French. Scott. Harry Minns picking it up on the half volley. Saunders. And this is great football. Wynnum-Manly getting their backline attack organised well. Gene Miles off the hands of the East player. The tackle count's restarted. 5 to go. Kelly might get penalised here, lying on the man on the ground. No, play on. Miles. Green. Morris. Green again. Well, East's crack under this wave of assaults from Wynnum. They're getting plenty of ball. Morris. French. A bear hug tackle by Nobile. Bullock. Great defence again. Bobby Arnold this time. So 1 to go. From Seaton to Saunders. Camburus. No, that's 6. Applause for some very good defence from Eastern Suburbs.
Great attack, great defence. There's Ray Duncan now returning to the fray. It's a little bit like the Invisible Man with that bandages around his head.
It's an important scrum again. The scrums at this stage are 4-1 East's way. 4-2 now. Saunders from the scrum base. This is where he's dangerous. As we said, there's the first 3-pointer to Wynnum-Manly. And look at Terry Saunders, his 8th try for the season. Watch him on the replay. He sneaks through like an eel and puts the ball down next to the post for the first try. In fact, about 10 metres in from the sideline, the first try for Wynnum.
He's a real little tiger, this fella. He's in probably the wrong coloured jersey, Terry Saunders, because he goes straight through the Tigers, never says die. Little tap on the ankle there first from Brigginshaw. The second tackle from Heugh couldn't stop him across for the try.
Colin Scott attempting to level the scores from a fairly wide angle. Has hooked that across, no goal, and so East's lead 5-3. The sun going behind the clouds as Wynnum-Manly take this second kick. Duncan. French. Saunders. Seaton. Gary Seaton, I recall, coming into the Wynnum-Manly side as an 18-year-old back in about 1972. Some great form at the moment. So is Morris. They can't put him down. Just outside the quarter line now. Seaton. Camburus. Good tackle by Bogle. From Moy to Bullock. Thomas going in low, and it's a penalty to Wynnum-Manly. What was that one for, Dave?
Inside the 5 metres again, Peter, and Harry Dearness being particularly severe on this, but good work from Bullock to wrap that blind side because it stretches the defence. East having a little bit of a nap on the blind, weren't prepared to get back as quickly as they should have and got caught offside.
No need to say who that is. There's 2 balls on the field, not for long. Duncan playing it back. On the burst is Scott. This is where he's dangerous. Cole Scott playing it to Green. Morris calling for it. No, it's a decoy. Out to the blind side to Seaton, then to Minns. Cut down by Brennan. Bullock. Saunders. Evades one. He's gone through another. He's gone for the line and he's in for his second try. Great play from Terry Saunders. He's suffering from the flu, but that hasn't stopped that tenacious spirit of his. What a determined effort.
Well, maybe East knew about it because they certainly didn't want to catch the flu off Terry Saunders because no one really hit him with the shoulder. They all treat him like he had the plague rather than the flu. And there he goes. He just keeps going and going and going and eventually goes across untouched in the final lunge.
Here's the kick from Scott. No, it's flagged away again, so Col Scott having an off day, and the score remains Wynnum-Manly 6, Easts 5. There's the kick by McNally. It could be too long. Yes, it's a penalty from the halfway on the centre spot. Full marks to Terry Saunders. He's the leading try scorer this season now. 9 tries to his credit, which puts him 1 ahead of Bruce Askell. A tap kick. Morris. Green. Camburus. A few drops of rain falling at Lang Park. We've had sunshine, then showers. Green, the dummy. Cavill Heugh has wrapped him up. 8 metres inside his half. Scott didn't fool anyone with that dummy. To Green. Saunders. Camburus. Oh, you don't often see that from Tony Camburus.
Camburus just took his eye off the ball just as he was about to get it, trying to think what he was going to do with the ball when he was going to slip it to Gene Miles. A fatal mistake.
Brigginshaw's ball in, and it's a penalty Wynnum-Manly's way. Incorrect feed, says Harry Dearness. So Larry Brigginshaw, who's also scored 7 tries this season, he's been kept quiet today.
Penalties favouring Wynnum-Manly 9-4 at this stage, and a big advantage for Wynnum-Manly to get that amount of possession from penalties.
Duncan. Oh, you could feel that one as Cavill Heugh went into the bulky frame of Tank Duncan. Camburus. Miles. Scott. Only 1 point the difference. 6-5, 8 minutes till half-time. Saunders. Bullock, beautiful pass. Camburus. Butler. Chased by Backer. He won't get away from him, but he's ducked him. Beaten another tackle. And Backer eventually wraps him up. But full marks to Terry Butler.
Touch judge on.
Touch judge is on, yes. Morris. Duncan. From Seaton. Out to Camburus. Then to Bullock. And that's 6 tackles, but what's the touch judge going to report?
Well, hopefully it's going to be a Wynnum-Manly player, and why I say that is because if he was going to report an East player, Wynnum-Manly certainly on the attack and could have scored a try, and the touch judge has got the right to come on at any stage at all after the incident. There he is actually reporting an East player. Now this could have been costly to Wynnum-Manly. He's got 10 minutes in the sin bin for using the elbow of Larry Brigginshaw, but Alan Beebe, the touch judge, could have waited and at least till the end of that 6 tackles to report the same incident and given Wynnum-Manly the full chance of scoring the try.
So here's the set move again, and they didn't take the tap in the right spot.
Brigginshaw not off the field.
Not off the field, correct.
Be allowed to retake it.
So here we go. No, he still can't go. Harry Dearness wasn't quite happy because he's got to go right outside the field of play. Now the way they go. That's Green. The back line very deep in the Seagulls. Seaton. Beautiful little pass, but not accepted by Camburus. Out to Miles. It's on the ground. Picked up by Seaton. He got up to play the ball and got tackled. A try here would make it very difficult and lift the spirit of the Seagull side. Scott. Moy. Miles. Miles has broken 1. Scott. Back to Moy. Twisting in the tackle. He's over the line. He's got it down. 3rd try to the Seagulls, and they lead 9-5. Neil Moy the scorer. So Colin Scott hasn't kicked a goal as yet, but he has now. 11-5. McNally's kick is going to go right over the dead ball line, I think. Just. So back to the quarter line we come for the place kick. Wynnum-Manly hitting back after that early onslaught by Easts. A rather dubious try by Ashe in the 9th minute. And 3 tries by Wynnum in the 20th, 29th and 35th minutes. And here they go again. Moy.
Wynnum-Manly sure to throw the ball around in this 4 minutes remaining now because they know Brigginshaw's off the field. They've got the extra man, and here's the overlaps coming now.
Seaton. Oh, lovely tackle. Beautifully grounded by Bob Arnold. From French to Miles to Duncan. Camburus. As you predicted, Dave, that ball moving very quickly from hand to hand. French. That's not what the side needs. We had French. Green. Saunders. Morris. Camburus bursting onto the ball. He's got the half gap. Away to Miles. That's a hopeful pass, but it's a good one. Out to Minns. And a great tackle. Mark Payne. Last tackle. And David Green into touch. The referee wants that ball in again. My word, this game is an improvement on the first round clash between these two sides. The hooker's legs wrapped around each other before that ball went in, as you could quite easily see. But it's East's ball from Kelly back to Mark Payne. Interesting that Mark Payne was a centre. His brother Gavin was on the wing for some time. Now Mark on the flank again. Lucci Nobile to play. Ashe. McNally. Oh, Bob Arnold nearly lost that. Well done. Zach Sara having a look from dummy half. Out to Heugh. Steps one. Breaks another and has lost the ball behind. Play on. One to go. Bogle. Kelly going for the kick. The angled grubber. And that's exactly how you should do it. That's a beautiful kick.
Great kick,
Kelly from Ipswich.
Sorry, Pete, great kick there from Kelly, and that's going to really put some pressure back on Wynnum-Manly. What an important time this is, 2 minutes, and often this can be such an important time for the final outcome of the match.
It's gone straight through to the other side. The referee should actually call that back, Dave.
Yes, certainly if it touches no one on the way through, it should be repacked.
Didn't come out behind the second rower's feet, but still. That's Thomas. And that's ball's lost on the ground. So another scrum. With only a couple of minutes to go till half-time.
Scrums favouring East 6-3. They're getting 2-1 possession in the scrums.
Although the scrum penalties have gone 3-1 to Wynnum, that balances it a bit. Saunders penalty Wynnum-Manly's way against Kelly.
Once again, we see that Kelly not waiting for the ball to come out of the scrum. He must stay behind his last line of the forwards in the pack.
Quick passing again. Sees it go to Moy. A lob pass to Minns. Has no alternative but to come inside. Back to Seaton. Camburis. Oh, and that's intercepted by Zach Sara. They won't stop him from there. He'll score. He's over the line. But has he lost it?
Try.
Yes, it's a try.
Well, Wynnum-Manly taking the chances with a minute to go. Tried the little pass over the top. It didn't come off on this occasion. It was Camburis, I think. There was plenty of opportunities for Wynnum-Manly to go ahead there. But Zara on the spot. Great work from Zara. Great anticipation. Doesn't ground the ball first time around, but there it is. Down she goes. Fair try. He's back in the match.
On the stroke of half-time, Shane McNally attempting to lower the leeway to just 1 point. Yes, and he's done that, so it's 11-10. Wynnum-Manly's way at half-time. This match is really in the melting pot at this stage. Wynnum-Manly leading by just the 1 point. The scrums and the penalties are fairly even, really, but the significant factor now is that Larry Brigginshaw is still in the sin bin. He still has 3 minutes to serve, so he can't come back on at the start of the second half. And it's interesting that East did score a try by Zach Sara when Brigginshaw was off the field. So it's anyone's game at this stage. Dave, who do you fancy?
Well, I still must lean to Wynnum-Manly as my original choice, but boy, what a cracking pace the match has been played at. And Wynnum-Manly were definitely getting on top even before Brigginshaw was sent off. Zach Zara's try in the 39th minute, a real bonus, and the match could still go either way.
And so the start of the second half, and remember that Larry Brigginshaw is off the field. So it'll be vital for East to retain possession, Dave, in these early minutes.
Yes, so very important. I'm sure that's the instruction that John Lang would have given to East to play it pretty tight, nothing silly. And that's exactly what they're doing at this stage. That's the third tackle. They should play out the 6. Oh, silly play from Ashe. Silly play.
It's penalised. He was ruled tackled. He's such a goer as Jeff Ashe, the boy from Ipswich, who's had such a big impact on Brisbane football for East this season. So here's the chance for Wynnum-Manly. They've got possession inside the first minute, and Larry Brigginshaw is off the field for at least 2 more minutes. The tap taken by Green to Duncan without the head bandages now. Green, Morris, Green again, French. There's a real pattern to this Wynnum-Manly football. Look at French, just swinging a big right hand at Cavill here. Saunders, Camburis, Miles, and he's had to reach for that one under pressure from Thomas, knocking it on.
It's a couple of times Wynnum-Manly do that they pass the ball, and in particular Camburis, even when defence is coming up quickly, they seem to be intent on just getting that ball out. On a couple of occasions, Camburis may be better served to just keep it himself and have a bit of a dash.
Incorrect packing by the East scrum. Notice that Kelly is acting halfback.
And penalties continue to flood Wynnum-Manly's way. 12 for the penalties.
And so a golden opportunity here for Wynnum-Manly. They lead by 1 point, 11-10. Duncan. Green. Morris. Always dragging in a couple of tacklers, Big Des. Gets up and plays it quickly. Saunders, Camberus, Miles. Camberus doubling round, but it goes back to Scott. Clever backline play. There's always something on in this Wynnum backline. Saunders. Duncan. Mins at dummy. No, it's Green. Saunders. Camberus. Scott. 1 to go. Will it be the kick? No. Camberus. Morris. Camberus. Seaton it is this time. Last-ditch pass by Moy to Mins. He spots some hope and space, but it's closed on him. Good tackle by Backer. Oh, Mark Payne. So tackle count. There's 1 to go, and it's Seaton. He's dived for the line, and he's over.
Well, nothing short of pathetic there by East. A real lapse in concentration. So important with only 3 minutes gone in the second half. They had to hang on until Brigginshaw got back on the field. Mins does well to come back inside there from that for that play the ball. And Seaton just absolutely a little bit of a step, but gee, it's just a stroll really. Look at this. Bang, around to go. Ashe doesn't seem to be too interested, and he goes across for a very, very soft try.
So 14 points to 10. Colin Scott has only kicked 1 from 3 so far. He's hit that well. And it just scrapes in. 16-10. So with Duncan on the sideline getting some treatment for a head wound, it's Brigginshaw restarting play. So you'll easily pick Tank Duncan in the second half once again. And there's Colin Scott. He's broken straight through the tackle of Campbell Heugh. Looks for the support on the inside. Finds it in David Green. But Green hasn't got the pace. The pass is over the head of 3 supporters. But they've still got possession back. Good play by Seaton. And that's brought the Wynnum fans off their seats. David Green, who started that move after a great break by Cole Scott. Des Morris indicating he wants a runner on the blind. It was a decoy. Here's Miles. Oh, that was a try going begging, wasn't it? A lob pass. Saunders. Only 10 metres out. Bullock playing it back. From French to Morris. A long pass. Finds Colin Scott again. 1 to go. Seaton, Saunders, Camberus, Moy. And he's well and truly wrapped up, but that was so close, wasn't it, Dave?
Oh, yes, great work there from Wynnum-Manly, and they always have that backup. Like Scott has broken out of nothing, and there was 3 Wynnum-Manly players supporting.
Very vital scrum win. Saunders, he's dangerous round here. Miles, a good pass, but oh, no, it wasn't a good pass. He got it away under pressure from Payne, who came in from the wing and forced the knock on by Harry Mins.
Good work there from Saunders, though, from the base of the scrum, because he got to East's outside man and really made the overlap for Miles, and Mins a bad pass from Miles.
Brigginshaw. Rowan Brennan. So with Brigginshaw back on the field, Easts no longer have to worry so much about retaining possession, but no doubt they'd love to do so, and they haven't. Just as I speak, Seaton, Camberus, Miles. He's made the break, and it's off an East's hand into touch. Off Backer's hand, and just as well he did put his hand up, because there were 2 men coming flying down that right-hand flank.
Bob Arnold dropping the ball there for Wynnum-Manly to get the possession, and it was Ray Duncan that was right in front of him, and an awesome sight is Duncan at the moment. Awesome at the best of times. And Duncan with the big head bandage around his head. And there once again we see penalty at the base of the scrum for the halfback being offside.
This game being played at tremendous tempo. Just briefly the scores in the early games today. In the reserve grade, Easts were the victors, winning by 22 points to 17, and in third grade Easts beat Wynnum by 21 points to 15. In the test between New Zealand and France, New Zealand 25, France 2. He's still keeping the ball alive. Brigginshaw, Bogle. Bogle's broken on the inside. He's got support outside if he can get it away, but he's got the pace. He might even get Brennan to score. Rowan Brennan's outstretched them, and that's a double movement. No, it's not. No, it's not. The ball hit the ground, but he wasn't held as the ball touched the ground. It'll be interesting to go back to the replay here. And for a moment, I called it as a double movement, but David Wright will tell you exactly why it wasn't a penalty.
Definitely a fair try, and what a beauty, because he's kept the ball alive on that left-hand side there. And Wynnum-Manly, look at Wynnum-Manly's defensive line in good position. Bogle had only one opportunity, and that was to run himself. I thought the pass could have been suspect back inside to Brennan. There's the short pass there. 4 players chasing, but Brennan, great determination. There he is. He goes down, not held. He could crawl all the way up the field if he wanted to. Fair try for Rowan Brennan, and he's come back.
So that Tiger spirit evident again as he's hit back at 16-13, and McNally's boot hasn't let them down for once. So Wynnum-Manly retain that 3-point lead, 16-13, and what a game this is turning into. McNally again. Nobile. Good tackle underneath from Seaton. Ashe, Brigginshaw, Bogle. Arnold. What a fine break by Lachlan Bogle. He's a real talent. Zach Sarah. He's left it behind. Morris has knocked it on. That'll be a scrum. Just a word about next week's game here at Lang Park. Wynnum-Manly playing again against Redcliffe in the Woolies Shield final. Saunders. Moy did everything possible to try and get that ball away. It wasn't his fault he lost it. Zach Sarah. 2 players hit Moy at once, and he couldn't get it to Menz. It's Mark Payne. And you can just feel those tackles, can't you, from that close-up camera? Brigginshaw, Bogle, Arnold. McNally doesn't want to run himself, but he's found Cavill Heugh. Hit by Duncan. Brigginshaw. Mark Thomas. Skirting back to the centre. And Zach Sarah straightens it up. Tackled by David Green. Just short of halfway. Last tackle. Sarah beats one. And Easter really coming back. They're not beaten in this game by any means, although at one stage they were down considerably. 16-10 and 9-5 at one stage, and so 11-5 it was at another stage. Saunders, Camberus, or French it is. A lock forward, standing off the scrum. That's Scott. Camberus. Ashe coming over the top. Scott. Saunders. The old Cumberland throw type tackle from Bobby Arnold, landing him on his back. Morris on the blind side. Oh, a good pass from Morris to Butler, and it's a fair pass too. Slipped inside the fullback, and he'll score. A great run from Terry Butler, but what a fine pass from Des Morris. Wynnum-Manly go over for their 5th try and lead by 19-13.
Well, Des Morris taking that from nothing. The long passes, not many players in Brisbane that use it. Morris is an expert at it. Really nothing on this blind side. Butler does well to stay out wide. Caught back and napping out wide. And look at him cut back inside Brennan here. And Backer and Brennan get tangled up. I'd say Brennan would have possibly caught him. And that was the break that Butler needed. Butler went on to score the try. And Mark Payne came across in good cover defence, but too late.
8 tries have been scored in this game. And here's Colin Scott attempting to take the score to 21-13. Yes. Straight to Saunders. Saunders taking the kick off on the full. Errol Slingsby's on the far side. You can just see him in top screen warming up. So there's going to be a replacement for Easts. Slingsby had a big game in reserve grade. Former A-grade player who's had many years' experience. Bullock. For Wynnum-Manly, Mark Zillman had a blinder of a game as prop forward in their reserve grade match, which Easts won. This is Miles. 15 metres inside his own half. 14 minutes gone, second half. Duncan holding it up. Has it knocked out of his hands? It's been knocked on, and Duncan tempted to pick it up. Oh, doesn't that headwind look bad? Looks like something from the son of Frankenstein, doesn't it?
Yes, Slingsby coming on to make the replacement, but really, for want of a better word, gutsy performance here from Duncan, because it looks like a bad gash, bleeding profusely, and it's great work from Duncan to stay on. Here's the replacement being made now, with Slingsby coming on, and Luciano Nobile being replaced.
Play had to be held up then, whilst the reserve came on, before the scrum was packed. Penalty against the Wynnum-Manly halfback Terry Saunders, who acknowledges his agreement. McNally's kick. Shane McNally, by the way, now has 1 point off 100 points for the season. He's kicked 2 goals out of 4 today. Has 99 points this season, but that's Errol Slingsby, leading point scorer in the competition. McNally. There he is. And that's Zach Sarah. Oh, good pass. He got it away. That was the main thing, even though it didn't look terribly good, but it's been ruled offside. The point was there was an overlap out wide. It's gone forward. Wasn't offside. How are those scrums going, Andy, at the moment? 8-6 to Easts, and the scrum penalties, which always count, I think, are 5-2 the other way. So very even. This one to Wynnum. Saunders. Scott. Minns. How Harry Minns must be enjoying this season after spending so many years on the flank, not getting the ball for Wynnum. Seaton. Good tackle. That one really hurt. Brigginshaw underneath and Bogle over the top. That's French. Strong, able to stand in the tackles. Moyes' pass looked forward. Offside. Camburis ruled in front of the man in an offside position.
Interesting decision here now for Shane McNally, whether to take the 2 points or not. I would. There's plenty of time to go. 22 minutes to go. He's decided against it because they're trailing by 8 points.
Yes, a try is what the Tigers need now. A converted try, preferably from their point of view, to put them within 3. That's Slingsby. Played in the Tigers grand final sides and 76-77 premiership sides. Ashe. Heugh. Arnold. Good support play. Player's been left on the ground as Des Morris felt the full impact of that run. Brigginshaw. Brigginshaw going, he's in! What a great try. Well, that's the perfect retort to Terry Saunders' couple of tries. And to the chagrin of Ray Duncan standing there, it's a very good halfback's try by Brigginshaw. Yeah, 2 really determined players, both Brigginshaw and Saunders. Here he is. Look, he's been taken heavily by 2 Wynnum-Manly forwards, but he's still not going to let go. He's still not going to stop, and he goes across for a try that East needed. Well, Des Morris in a bad way will be definitely going off the field. He felt the impact of that charging run by, I think it was Bob Arnold, when he tackled him close to the line, and seems to have a jaw or a nose injury. It could be a cheekbone. It's pretty hard to tell. But very rarely you see Des Morris leave the field. Very rarely, and getting a great round of applause from all the people here, both East and Wynnum, because he's played admirably from both clubs. And a sorry sight to see Big DJ have to leave the field under those circumstances. Mark Zillman, number 14, coming onto the field. And as Peter said earlier, Zillman had a great game in reserve grade, offloaded the ball brilliantly at times, and he'll be keen to impress in the main grade. So here's Shane McNally, not only attempting to narrow the scores to 21-18, but to give him 100 points this season. Yes, it's a goal. It didn't look like it at first, but it is. So what a game. First one side, then the other. A classic seesawing struggle between these two teams. 21 points to 18, 20 minutes gone, second half. Zach Sarah. Nice tackle by Camburis. The loss of Morris could have a big bearing on the match, not only because Wynnum-Manly have lost one of their great players,
but it's going to have a psychological boost, firstly, for Eastern Suburbs, because whilst they'll be sorry to see Des injured, they won't be sorry to see him off the field at this stage. Wynnum-Manly rely heavily on Morris, and it's going to be interesting to see just how they do perform without the big fella up front.
Bogle. Heugh. He's knocked it on straight into the hands of the Wynnum-Manly hooker, David Green. From Seaton to Duncan. That's Zillman, former Valleys player. He was in a car accident that put him out of football for a season and then transferred to Wynnum-Manly. Bullock. 12 metres out. Green, Saunders. A dummy to Camburus. No way through there. One to go. Camburus. Moy. Neil Moy caught well and truly. And that'll be a scrum. Who's leading the Wynnum-Manly side now, Dave, do you think?
An interesting point, Peter. Possibly Gary Seaton, probably one of the most experienced players in the pack. Would not surprised to see Seaton being in charge now.
Oh, great push there from the Wynnum-Manly forward pack. They lost the strike initially, but their shove, their concerted shove, pushed them, the Tigers, off it. Here's the chance now. Seaton. In reserve grade 3 weeks ago, Gary Seaton. He's playing like a champion now. Camburus, Moy, or Scott it was. A flick pass doesn't come off. How many times do you see that? Still, they've retained possession through Green. From Miles to Camburus to Duncan. Badge of courage round his head. Tank Duncan, Camburus. Moy, the little chip kick for variation. Brilliantly taken by Rowan Brennan. Had to do justice to that great VFL match yesterday between Essendon and Richmond. A low-flying mark.
Great work from Brennan, because he had to take it on the full. Had he let it bounce, it could have gone anywhere. Very soft, fluffy ground here at Lang Park. The ball could have certainly gone anywhere. Brennan did his best to get across. Good position as well, and really saved the day for East.
That's Slingsby. Well, let's see how Wynnum-Manly's pattern of defence stands up without Morris there, barking out the orders. There's Brigginshaw making the break. A lob pass is too high. It's a bad cut under Des Morris's left eye, apparently. And so it might not be any fracture. Let's hope it isn't, because Des has had plenty of cuts before. They don't seem to worry him, the old warhorse. Let's hope he's okay. Saunders has missed that, but Harry Minns picks it up. Scott, and he's hit hard by Mark Payne, who's doing a tremendous amount of tackling. He's stolen the ball, in fact. Ooh, that hurt. Play on. Brigginshaw. Bogle. Kelly. Thomas. I don't think I can recall a time the ball's gone right across to the wing in the East back line.
No, East, normally a side that plays their backs regularly, have elected to play just off the edge of the ruck with wide forward rucks, and it's about time they started using their pacey back line. And let's see the straight wing and Brad Backer get a few runs.
Brigginshaw. Mark Payne still down, getting attention for that knock on the head. McNally. Zaxara. Good joint defence. Duncan was low, Miles was high. McNally varying it with the kick, and that'll find touch. Good play.
Minns being caught just that little bit out of position. Minns, he was around about 8 to 10 metres from the touchline. Much better off to have to run to the ball and turn and try and get it. You haven't got much chance with an angle kick there from McNally. Credit to McNally for finding the gap, and that allows East back on the attack in Wynnum-Manly's territory.
Saunders, there's a big gap there for Saunders. He's got it to Camburus. He ran to the gap to try and position Camburus out wide, but good defence by East once again. Kelly, a driving tackle. From Miles to French, watching the man slightly. Knocked it on.
An amazing reversal in the scrums in the second half. Overall, the scrums are 10-8, and Wynnum-Manly have won 7-2 in the second half. 6
straight. And there's a loose arm in there. Oh, I thought it was the other way. I could see the number 12 on the ground of the Tigers, Jeff Ashe, and the penalty's gone the other way.
Penalty there going to East for an incorrect feed by Terry Saunders. Differential penalty.
What a game this has been. We've still got 15 minutes to go. 21-18 to Wynnum-Manly. Can East hit the front now? Slingsby. Good determined run. Remember, he's played the whole reserve grade game. Ashe. McNally goes the blind side as a decoy. And there's a high tackle made on Jeff Ashe Heugh. Slipping down with Seaton. Zaxara. Strong running. Taking the ball close to the posts. Bogle at the dummy half. No. Zaxara plays it forward. He's very strong. Gets his body low. Going for the line. Bogle dives on the ball, but it's been lost.
Great game here from Zara. Every time he's run with the ball today, he's run with great determination. Looks for support as often as he can, and almost caught Wynnum-Manly napping on that occasion.
So important scrum here. It's collapsed, and it's a penalty to Easts against the Wynnum-Manly side, collapsing the scrum. Oh, and Duncan's lost that bandage again. I suppose in the heat of battle he doesn't feel it, but he will tonight. So the tap kick to be taken. McNally bullocking his way for the line. Held up by Saunders, the little halfback. From Ashe. And Sarah not picking up the high pass, but it's knocked back to Arnold. Body slammed into the ground by Gene Miles. Ashe. Little live wire halfback gets it away out wide to Backer. He's into touch.
Great football this. Eastern Suburbs throwing everything at Wynnum-Manly. Going up the middle of the ruck. Ashe darting on the outside. Backer got the ball. Tried his best to get to the corner, but some good cover defence by Wynnum-Manly to keep him out.
So Saunders feed. East ball. And again Backer into touch. And look who tackled him. Saunders again.
This is competition at its best. No side giving or asking a quarter.
It's great stuff, isn't it? And a good crowd here today. It's good to see the crowds are building up. Once again, he's get it. Brigginshaw. Brigginshaw's broken a tackle. He's over the line. Just right on it. Try, yes. Second try to Larry Brigginshaw, and that is determination. Guts and determination. Watch this again.
Well, Brigginshaw says, well, if Saunders can do it, there's Saunders. We almost went the wrong way. Look at Brigginshaw. He has plenty of players having a go at him. Gets tackled there. Momentum. I thought it could have been a double movement, but he eventually gets the ball down for the try. Harry Dearness is the one that counts. Try to East. Good work.
So a deadlock, 21 all. 11 minutes to go. Shane McNally. And East hit the front, 23-21, the first time they've been in front since the first 5 minutes of the game. So Wynnum-Manly set back, down by 2 points. Haven't lost a match since they played Souths. And went down by 31 points to 5, some 4 or 5 weeks ago. Payne. In fact, Wynnum have won 8 out of 9 in every game at Lang Park this season. Jeff Ashe Heugh looking for a runner. He's found Ashe, who's everywhere. Great play from Ashe. That's Bogle. He's still going, refusing to be tackled. Well, Johnny Lang's coaching has really found some great talent in this young East side. Ashe and Bogle in particular. 5 metres inside Wynnum's half. Thomas, Brigginshaw, Bogle, Kelly. That's the halfway line. Rowan Brennan. The big fullback to play it. 8 metres inside Wynnum's half, 1 tackle left. Payne. McNally shaping to kick and deciding to run. Still getting his pass away. Back into Brigginshaw. Wynnum are letting them run a bit now, Dave. Yeah,
Wynnum-Manly holding off, and it's a big test for Wynnum-Manly without their leader, Des Morris. Wynnum-Manly just faltering slightly at this stage. They need possession because East are looking good in attack. Brigginshaw injured.
And so after a long break, the treatment, Larry Brigginshaw on his feet. The scrum has been won eventually by East, and Wynnum-Manly have been penalised for players not retiring around the back of the scrum. Referee Harry Dearness has controlled the game well, except for that one flaw when he allowed East to score their first try with several players offside. McNally's kick takes them inside the quarter. This is the testing time. We've got 8 minutes left in the game. 23-21 to East's. And that's a bad pass from Ashe, but it's picked up luckily by McNally. Sarah, Bogle. It's Cavill Heugh. Look at the tackling. Bogle, Zach Sarah. Neil Moy got a foot in the mouth there somewhere. Brigginshaw, Kelly. Kelly stepping, beating one. Moy still down in his haunches, slowly getting up. And it's played back to Ashe. He finds Zach Sarah. Sarah's beaten a tackle and he's in. That could be the clincher. What a great game this fella's had.
Both of them have, Ashe and Zara have tried and tried until they can almost go no longer. And good work from East. They just maintain the pressure. They like to use that little inside pass. That's Heugh. Here's the ruck previous. That was Kelly going back inside, stepping nicely. Almost looked like he'd go all the way himself. Ashe eventually gets the dummy half and plays 99% of the game there, just as Johnny Lang did. Knew what was on. He knows exactly what's going to happen. They're very slow to play the ball. Wynnum-Manly were lucky not to give away a penalty. There's the inside pass to Zara. Zara slices through a couple of defenders and just has enough momentum to get across for the try.
So East's leading 26-21. If McNally can land this, it'll be a 7-point lead, which will mean Wynnum will have to score twice. Yes, he's done it. Well, what a game. Can Wynnum-Manly hit back now? Without Des Morris, I find it hard to accept that they will come back again. They really need his inspiration out there. And another replacement has come on in their side. The courageous Tank Duncan has gone off and been replaced by Sean Johnston. Bogle. What a game this fella's had. That's Slingsby. 28-21 to East, and the minutes ticking away. 5 minutes left. That's Sean Johnston. He's in number 15. Kelly. Just repeating, if you missed the news earlier, that France was defeated by New Zealand in the second Rugby League test by 25 points to 2. So New Zealand taking the series 2-0. Penalty Easts collapsing the scrum. And a reminder about our cricket coverage tonight. Australia in a great position in the test against England. The first test at Trent Bridge. England 6 for 94, 100 runs ahead in the second innings. Our direct telecast will start at 5 to 8. The Wynnum defence moving up, but getting tired now. Slingsby almost through. And East's right on top. They've territorially been camped down there. And there's McNally just going straight through. That's the clincher. And doesn't he deserve that? He's got his 100 points in this game, and he'd be wrapped in scoring that try. Well,
Wynnum-Manly really think they've got the match lost, and that's the way they try to make these tackles. McNally just a little bit of a step. It doesn't take much to beat a fairly lacklustre Wynnum-Manly defence at that stage, and he goes well across.
So it looks like East are going to join Redcliffe and Wynnum-Manly at the top of the table as McNally adds the icing to the cake. Yes, he's raised the flags. He's kicked 6 out of 8. The kick-off by Scott has to go the 10 metres. Yes, it has just. And Slingsby's taking it. So Redcliffe looking like getting beaten by Wests at last report. Big upset there. Wynnum-Manly going down to Easts, and next week we'll have 3 teams as joint leaders of the Winfield Cup Premiership. But at this stage it's definitely a win to Easts, and the significant factor to my mind is that since Des Morris left the field injured, 15 points, or 3 tries, converted tries, have been scored by Easts.
Yeah, and once Des Morris left, Wynnum-Manly lost all their momentum, really. It was a psychological boost to East as well, and East felt that that was their chance, and they certainly capitalised on it. And full credit to the fitness of Eastern Suburbs. They must be a very fit side to come back the way they have. A A comment on the match, most enjoyable. I can't remember when I've enjoyed a club match more. It's been a very entertaining game. Some champagne rugby league, a match that's fluctuated. It's been fast and furious. And whilst the purists may suggest that while there was 12 tries scored, 7 to East and 5 to Wynnum-Manly, it may not have been strong defensive, but there has been some torrid defence in there. Differential penalty going to East here. There has been some torrid defence, and really a great game in all. Very enjoyable. That's now a complete and full penalty, and East may kick for goal, and I'm sure that's what Shane McNally will do. But great work from East and Wynnum-Manly as well. All 26 players, I felt, played well.
So Shane McNally aiming for his 7th goal and to try and make it 35-21. The kick raises the flags once again, and so for poor Des Morris sitting on the sideline with what looks like a very nasty cut, that really adds insult to injury. Penalty from that kick because the player was in front, and look at these East players, they're still full of beans. The tap kick by Ashe, he's still going on. He's been a great player today, as has Bogle and Brigginshaw, but who are your best players, Dave?
Well, Petty, you've named 3 of them for sure. I thought Ashe, Cavill, Hughes, Zach Zara, of course. Bogle was very impressive in his Lang Park debut, but Wynnum-Manly also had some top players, and really all 26 need credit for a good performance and a very entertaining match. Play still going on.
Oh, and Ashe getting there, getting the pass away, and there's Bogle who could go over and score. It's Mark Payne. Mark Payne going over and scoring an incredible try right at the end of the game and putting the icing on the cake for the Tigers. What a great win to them. It's not over yet, of course. We've still got the kick to come, but 38-21.
Well, an amazing try this, because the final hooter had gone. Ashe or Kelly could have elected to really finish off there. No, it must be from the following play the ball. There it is, the hooter goes, the referee signals. The kick actually goes back from Brigginshaw, tap backwards. There's Zara. Zara puts the ball in the air. He wants as many points as he can get. Turns out to be a good kick because it lands in no man's land. There's Ashe on the ball again. He's a real non-stop worker. Out there to Backer from the opposite ring. There goes Mark Payne across, and great work from Payne, who actually was on his opposite ring.
So Shane McNally, who's kicked 7 goals so far and scored a try, that's 17, that's 19 points he's eventually scored in what is actually at the end of it a runaway win to Easts by 40 points to 21. A great game here at Lang Park, and so 3 teams at the lead of the Brisbane Winfield Premiership.
In a match that featured some great tries, the ABC Winfield Try Award of $100 goes to Wynnum half Terry Saunders. It's for his 2nd try and really epitomises his approach to the game. He showed great determination when he ran, bumped and spun out to score this try against a still eager defence.
Bullock, Saunders, evades one. He's gone through another. He's gone for the line and he's in for his 2nd try.